From unforgettable rivalries to historic triumphs, from teenage prodigies to unstoppable champions. Tennis has given us legends who left an everlasting mark on the sport. But what happened to them after they put down their rackets? In today's video, we'll count down 20 of the greatest tennis players who have retired. We'll revisit their most iconic achievements, discover when they walked away from the game, and reveal what they're doing now. Stay tuned, because you might be surprised at where life has taken some of these all-time greats. Let's start with Marat Safin. Marat Safin was one of the most unpredictable yet electrifying players of his generation. The tall, powerful Russian captured the U.S. Open in 2000 by defeating Pete Sampras in straight sets, and later added the Australian Open title in 2005. Known for his explosive forehand and emotional outbursts, Safin could beat anyone on his day, but his fiery temper often cost him consistency. Fans loved him for his honesty and raw passion. He retired in 2009 and surprised many by entering politics, serving in the Russian parliament. Today, he is occasionally involved in tennis commentary and coaching, though he prefers a more private life. Safin remains a symbol of natural talent and unpredictability, someone who could dismantle legends on his best days. Lleyton Hewitt. Australia's Lleyton Hewitt was the ultimate fighter. At just 20 years old, he became the youngest ever men's world number one. Known for his speed, counterpunching, and trademark "come on" a battle cry, Hewitt won the 2001 U.S. Open and 2002 Wimbledon. He also helped Australia lift the Davis Cup multiple times, inspiring his teammates with his never-say-die attitude. Hewitt retired in 2016 after years of battling injuries. Today, he is Australia's Davis Cup captain, mentoring stars like Alex de Minaur. His fiery spirit lives on in the next generation, proving that grit and determination can sometimes outshine sheer power. Michael Chang. Michael Chang will forever be remembered for his legendary 1989 French Open victory. At just 17, he stunned the tennis world by becoming the youngest male Grand Slam champion in history. His underhand serve against Ivan Lendl in that tournament became one of the most iconic moments in tennis history. Chang was known for his speed, his heart, and his ability to outlast opponents. He retired in 2003 and has since worked as a coach, most notably helping Kei Nishikori reach a U.S. Open final. Today, Chang also runs academies in the U.S., inspiring young players to believe in themselves just as he did. Patrick Rafter. Patrick Rafter was more than just a Grand Slam champion. He was one of the most respected gentlemen in tennis. The Australian serve and volleyer won back-to-back U.S. Opens in 1997 and 1998, reaching number one in the world. Fans admired his humble demeanor and incredible sportsmanship. Rafter retired in 2003. Since then, he has enjoyed family life in Australia and participated in philanthropic efforts. For a short time, he also served as Australia's Davis Cup captain. Though he may not have the trophy count of others on this list, his grace on and off the court cemented his status as a legend. Goran Ivanišević. Few stories in tennis are as magical as Goran Ivanišević's. The Croatian big server reached 3 Wimbledon finals in the 1990s but lost them all. Then, in 2001, ranked just 125 in the world, he entered Wimbledon as a wild card. Against all odds, he stormed through the draw and won the title in an emotional five-set final against Pat Rafter. It remains one of the most famous triumphs in Wimbledon history. Ivanisevic retired in 2004. Today, he is a highly respected coach, helping Novak Djokovic win numerous Grand Slam titles. From heartbreak to redemption, Goran's story shows why tennis is often called the sport of miracles. Martina Hingis. Martina Hingis, nicknamed the Swiss Miss, was a tennis prodigy. At just 16 years old, she became the youngest world number one in history. With her incredible court sense and variety, Hingis won 5 Grand Slam singles titles and 13 doubles titles. Her rivalry with players like Lindsay Davenport and the Williams sisters defined women's tennis in the late 1990s. Hingis retired several times, but her final retirement came in 2017. Today, she enjoys family life in Switzerland, makes occasional tennis appearances, and mentors young players. Though her career had ups and downs, Hingis remains one of the most naturally gifted players ever. Maria Sharapova. Maria Sharapova burst onto the scene in 2004 when, at just 17, she shocked Serena Williams to win Wimbledon. She went on to win 5 Grand Slam titles, achieving the career Grand Slam. Beyond her game, Sharapova was a global superstar, known for her competitive spirit and marketability. She retired in 2020, shifting her focus to business. Her candy brand, Sugarpova, became a major success, and she invests in multiple companies. In 2022, she welcomed her first child, embracing life as a mother. Sharapova's story is one of resilience, glamour, and determination. Kim Clijsters. Kim Clijsters of Belgium was loved for her athleticism and kind personality. She won 4 Grand Slam singles titles, but what made her special was her comeback story. After retiring to start a family, she returned in 2009 and immediately won the U.S. Open, becoming the first mother in the Open era to win a slam. Clijsters retired for the final time in 2022. Today, she works as a tennis commentator, runs her academy, and enjoys family life. Her story remains proof that balancing family and elite sport is possible. Justine Henin. Justine Henin, also from Belgium, was known for her one-handed backhand, arguably one of the greatest in tennis history. She won 7 Grand Slam titles and an Olympic gold medal in 2004. Despite her small stature, Henin's fighting spirit made her one of the most feared competitors on tour. She retired in 2011 and now runs a tennis academy in Belgium. Occasionally, she works as a commentator, sharing her insight and wisdom. Henin's career was short but brilliant, and she is remembered as a warrior of the sport. Jimmy Connors. Jimmy Connors was a fiery American with unmatched longevity. He won 8 Grand Slam singles titles and an incredible 109 ATP titles, a record that still stands. Known for his grit, swagger, and rivalries with McEnroe and Borg, Connors played into his 40s, thrilling fans with his intensity. He retired in 1996. Today, he is a commentator, motivational speaker, and author. Connors' love for the fight made him one of the most exciting players to watch. John McEnroe. John McEnroe was one of the most gifted and controversial players ever. He won 7 Grand Slam singles titles and 9 doubles majors, but his fiery temper and infamous outbursts often stole the headlines. His rivalry with Björn Borg is still considered one of the greatest in sports history. McEnroe retired in 1992, but remains one of the most recognizable voices in tennis as a commentator. He also runs academies and appears in documentaries and films. Love him or hate him, McEnroe brought drama and artistry to the game. Ivan Lendl. Ivan Lendl was the ultimate professional. The Czech American dominated the 1980s, winning 8 Grand Slam titles and spending 270 weeks as world number one. Known for his power and fitness, Lendl redefined the baseline game. He retired in 1994 and later became a coach, guiding Andy Murray to his first Grand Slam titles and Olympic golds. Though not as flashy as others, Lendl's discipline made him one of the greats. Björn Borg. Björn Borg, the Swedish Iceman, brought coolness and charisma to tennis. He won 11 Grand Slam titles, including 5 straight Wimbledons and 6 French Opens. His rivalry with John McEnroe, highlighted by their 1980 Wimbledon final, remains legendary. Borg shocked the world by retiring in 1983 at just 26 years old. Today, he runs his fashion brand and occasionally appears at tennis events. His brief but dominant reign left an eternal mark on the sport. Chris Evert. Chris Evert was the queen of consistency. She won 18 Grand Slam singles titles and held the #1 ranking for years. Known for her baseline precision and icy composure, she had an epic rivalry with Martina Navratilova that spanned 80 matches. Evert retired in 1989. Today, she works as an ESPN analyst and runs the Evert Tennis Academy. She also advocates for cancer awareness after her own health battle. Evert remains one of the most respected figures in tennis. Martina Navratilova. Martina Navratilova is often called the greatest all-around tennis player in history. She won 18 Grand Slam singles titles and a record 31 doubles majors. Her rivalry with Chris Evert defined women's tennis for decades. Her fitness and versatility changed the way women approached the sport. Navratilova retired in 2006 after playing doubles into her late 40s. Today, she is a commentator, activist, and advocate for equality. She remains one of the sport's most powerful voices. Andre Agassi. Andre Agassi was the rebel of tennis. With his flashy outfits and rock star image, he became a fan favorite. But behind the style was substance: 8 Grand Slam titles, an Olympic gold medal, and a rare career Grand Slam. His comeback in the late 1990s turned him into one of the sport's most inspiring figures. Agassi retired in 2006. Today, he runs a foundation for education, coaches occasionally, and lives in Las Vegas with his wife, Steffi Graf. His story remains one of redemption and reinvention. Pete Sampras. Pete Sampras was the dominant force of the 1990s. With his big serve and elegant volleys, he won 14 Grand Slam titles, including 7 Wimbledons. He finished 6 straight years as world #1, a record at the time. Sampras retired in 2003, ending his career on a high with a U.S. Open victory over Andre Agassi in 2002. Today, he lives a private life in California, occasionally making appearances at tennis events. Steffi Graf. Steffi Graf is one of the greatest champions in tennis history. She won 22 Grand Slam singles titles and remains the only player ever to complete the Golden Slam, winning all 4 majors and Olympic gold in 1988. Her battles with Monica Seles and Martina Navratilova defined women's tennis. Graf retired in 1999. Today, she lives a quiet family life with Andre Agassi, runs charities, and stays away from the spotlight. Her legacy, however, shines as brightly as ever. Serena Williams. Serena Williams is arguably the greatest female player of all time. With 23 Grand Slam singles titles, 14 doubles majors, and 319 weeks as world number one, her power and presence transformed women's tennis. Her rivalry with her sister Venus, as well as her duels with Sharapova, Azarenka, and others, became instant classics. Serena retired in 2022 after the U.S. Open. Today, she is a successful entrepreneur, investor, and fashion icon, as well as a proud mother of two. Serena's impact goes beyond trophies. She inspired millions across the globe. Roger Federer. And finally, at number one, Roger Federer. The Swiss maestro is adored not only for his 20 Grand Slam titles, but also for his elegance, artistry, and sportsmanship. His rivalries with Nadal and Djokovic elevated tennis to new heights. Federer's grace under pressure and effortless style made him the ultimate ambassador of the sport. He retired in 2022 after the Lever Cup in an emotional farewell, holding hands with Rafael Nadal in tears. Today, he devotes time to his foundation, which supports children's education and enjoys family life. Roger Federer will always be remembered not just as a champion, but as a legend who transcended tennis itself. And there you have it, 20 tennis legends who gave us moments we'll never forget and who continue to inspire even after retirement. Some became coaches, some turned to business, others chose a quieter family life, but each of them left behind a legacy that will live forever in the history of tennis. Which of these legends was your favorite to watch? And who do you think deserves to be remembered most? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey through tennis history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more great sports stories. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep loving the game.